Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is m.qasim Khan. Firstly, I welcome all viewers in my channel. Before we start today's topic, don't forget to subscribe my channel. It is requested to pause the video and press subscribe button below the left corner. I hope you have done it. Our today's topic is measurement. So before we measure any physical quantity, we must have some questions in our mind. Firstly, what physical quantity is to be measured? So before measuring any physical quantity, you must have an idea that which quantity is to be measured, whether it is base quantity or derived quantity. Secondly, which instrument is appropriate to measure that particular physical quantity? Again, this is very important question. So we will select the instrument which is being used here. So this is again very important. Thirdly, once you have chosen the instrument, you must know that what is the accuracy of that measuring instrument. So accuracy also matters a lot. And finally, which units you are using. So in this video I answer one by one all these questions, so it is requested to watch this video till end. So our first question was what physical quantity is to be measured. So there are two kinds of quantities. One is base quantities and second one is derived quantities. So whenever we measure base quantities, we know it from the school physics that there are 7 base quantities. So we use, for example, for length we use Vernier calipers, screw gauge, etc. And in case of derived quantities, if we wish to measure the volume or area of an object, we need to measure its length, width or height, which are again different types of lengths. So again we need to use length measuring instruments. While selecting the appropriate instrument, there are few things which we must keep in mind. If we are required to measure height, distance, depth or breadth of any object, we must use length measuring instruments, as these all are different types of length. Similarly, if we want to measure time, we use time measuring instruments. Accuracy of measuring instrument, this was our third question. So the lesser the least count of the measuring instrument, the greater would be the accuracy of measuring instrument. So this is again very important. For example, we are having Vernier calipers and screw gauge. So least count of a Vernier caliper is greater than screw gauge, and the Vernier caliper is less accurate as compared to screw gauge. Here I am giving some length measuring instruments, which are meter rule, measuring tape, Vernier calipers and screw gauge, with their least counts in millimeters and centimeters. So the least count of meter rule is 0.1 centimeter and least count of screw gauge is 0.001 centimeter. So to measure the distance between 2 points, we use measuring tape, and to measure the diameter of thumb pin, we may use screw gauge, and to measure the internal diameter of test tube, we prefer Vernier calipers, and finally to measure the length of geometrical shape or paper, we use meter rule, which is more proper. So finally we discussed that which units are being used for any measurement. So in order to measure the length, we may use meter, miles, inches, foot or feet. For mass, we may use kilogram, pound, carats, ton. For time, second, hours, weeks, centuries, and similarly for volume, meter cube, liter or centimeter cube. Now we will discuss about matrices. Prefixes are basically multiples or submultiples of 10, which are added before standard units to increase its numerical value or to decrease its numerical value. Few mostly used prefixes are shown here, which are kilo, deci, centi, giga, mega, tera, which are given here in the video. So how we use these prefixes and what does these prefixes tell us? For example, we are having 1 kilometer, it means we are having 1000 meter. And similarly, if we are said that we are having 1 megahertz frequency, then it means we are having 1 million hertz frequency. And 1 gigabyte means 1 billion bytes. And similarly for submultiples, for example, I am having 1 centimeter, it means 10 power minus 2 meters. 1 milligram means 10 power minus 3 gram. And for 1 microfarad capacitor, 10 power minus 6 farads. To understand prefixes more well, I have 3 questions which the viewers must solve. So please pause the video and note down these questions. Before solving these questions, you must know that how to switch from submultiples to multiples of 10. For this, always remember that centi replaces 100, milli replaces 1000, and so on. So 1 centimeter equals to 0.01 centimeter means 1 meter equals to 100 centimeters. Similarly, 1 millimeter equals to 0.01. Now milli is replaced by 1000, that is 1000 millimeter. So this is how to switch from submultiples to multiples of 10. Finally, we'll look at how to use vernier caliper. It is length measuring instrument with least count 0.01 centimeter or 0.1 millimeter. In this figure, we can figure out different parts of vernier caliper: its inner jaws, its outer jaws, and stem. Stem is used to measure the depth, inner jaws for internal diameter, and outer jaws for external diameter. So you must remember 4 steps in order to take measurements from vernier caliper. These 4 steps are: firstly, its main scale reading, which is taken from main scale of the vernier caliper, and secondly, vernier scale reading. Vernier scale reading is taken from vernier scale, so it has no dimensions. Main scale reading has dimensions, while vernier scale has no dimensions. Thirdly, what we require, we multiply vernier scale reading with least count of vernier caliper. This is our third step. When we multiply vernier scale reading with the least count, the value gets some units, as the least count has units. And in the final step, which is the fourth step, what we do, we add main scale reading to vernier scale multiplied by least count. Finally, I want to show you how to execute these 4 steps. For example, I have measured the diameter of test tube and it came out to be 6.51 centimeter. From main scale, the 0 of vernier scale is right before 6.5 centimeter. You can see from the figure, it is 6 complete, and in millimeter it is up to 5, so it is 6.5. And from vernier scale, first digit coincide with the main scale, and all 2 is little left, 3 is little more left, and other digits are not matching. Here vernier scale has no units, only 1 without any unit. So in order to give it unit, we go to third step. We multiply it with least count. I have multiplied it with 0.01 centimeter. I can also multiply it with 0.1 millimeter. But I have already readings in centimeter. On main scale, So I multiply it with 0.01 centimeter. So I get Vernier scale reading as 0.01 centimeter. So when I add 6.5 centimeter to 0.01 centimeter, I get the final result, which is 6.51 centimeter. So this was the diameter of the test tube. So this is how we can use Vernier caliper, and using these four steps we can also find out the zero error, and whether it is positive zero error or negative. We can close the job and check if there exists a zero error or not. And in the similar fashion, we can also take measurement using screw gauges. Thank you very much for watching us, and please subscribe us and suggest us on comment for the next videos.